The support from Mind BLMK has actually, I would say, changed my life currently. I have a much better outlook on life now from the support that I had and from the strategies that I've been given. Even small things that I didn't realise would make much of a difference. And it's because the mentor that I had and Mind BLMK, they listened to what my issues were and what my concerns were, what things were affecting my life, and they've given me, really supportively given me strategies to help that.
5 or 6 months ago, when I first committed to Mind and the process of getting better, and that was after everything had built up to a point where it needed to be dealt with.
I still have that battle some days of wondering and questioning whether that battle is worth it in the costs.
When I did access Mind, from the very start, they were so kind and supportive. I was able to start making changes from the very first week. And within that 12-week program, my outlook on my situation, my life, my confidence, my self-esteem all boost massively.
They've got a few different services. I personally did peer support, which was really good. It just helped me to, focus on what I needed to do moving forwards and to help organise my life, to move in a more positive direction. So I started a college course, which has been really good. Also, I'm part of a men's group there as well, which is nice. There's half a dozen of us usually, and just support each other, share ideas, and it's a good place where we can express ourselves and sort of be understood, and no one sort of, there's no labelling or anything like that there, so it's nice, yeah.
I'm now still a member of the peer support group, which goes every Monday, and it's a group that's bonded and formed relationships which I'm dependent upon each week to help me with coping with what I've got. Sometimes you're the one that can encourage others, and sometimes you're the one who needs the encouraging.
To open up to anyone is always, can be nervous, I suppose. And it takes a little while to get to know people and sort of to open up and talk about stuff. But when you do, it's a lot easier to open up with people who do understand, so it happens quicker. And when you do, you have quite a lot of interesting things to talk about. So yeah, it's quite good. I think there's a lot to gain from, listening and talking, sharing ideas with people.
Realising that self-care and well-being is so important. Before, I didn't really give much heed to self-care and taking that time for yourself, and they've really helped me understand how important that is for all aspects of your life.
As of December last year, the Crisis Cafe was set up in Milton Keynes. I've been accessing it since December till present. Again, it was another lifesaver. I was drowning, and it gave me a place to go where I could just get the support to help me through.
Mental health can be quite a lonely journey at times. I think there's quite a lot of misunderstandings surrounding mental health. There's quite a lot of stigma, but it's understandable, it's quite hard to deal with sometimes. So it's just nice to have, people who sort of encourage you and want to support you and don't judge you.
Asking for help can be so hard, and you might have been suffering for quite a while by yourself, just trying to cope. But it was 100% worthwhile to do, especially if you're going to access Mind BLMK, because they're so friendly, it's so useful, and I just think once you've taken that step, you're on that path then, and things will only get better from there. I walk my dog daily, and whilst I do that, I have positive affirmations that I say to myself that help me within the day. And these are things like, you are loved, and then I think about all the people that I have in my life. I also think about, you are worthy, and these are all linked to personal things in my life, and me and my mentor came up with these, and they're very useful for me.
I love to cycle, hence my bike behind me. I've cycled in the summer, I've cycled in the spring, I've cycled in the autumn.
I do a little bit of fishing here and there, which is good. I'm also quite into my music, and I've joined a local brass band as well, because I used to play when I was a kid, so it's nice to sort of rewind and pick up doing that sort of stuff before I got ill. So yeah, it's nice. I've been doing a few things like that.
I think creativity has the ability to really give that person an artistic license, that's what they call it, and to just kind of put down onto paper, how they're feeling on the inside. And sometimes at Milton Keynes Crisis Cafe, when our service users don't particularly know where to start with how they're feeling, we'll actually give them a piece of paper and either ask them to write down words or draw pictures, and then we'll kind of talk through that together if someone doesn't know where to start, because it can be a really, really difficult place to kind of say, I'm feeling sad, and it can be really, really hard for someone to come in and say that verbally. So I think art offers that kind of non-verbal communication as well, which is, it's what helps me, and that's what gives me joy and meaning, and it's good to have a happy balance between work and what you like to do.
It's 100% worth it. When you find a service like mine, BLMK, that will support you and will make it personalised for you, it changes your life, and it's worth having another go.
The thing I'd say is don't be worried to reach out for support. You know, there are people out there who are willing to help. You know, so don't be alone and suffer, you know, in silence, so to speak.
Well, everybody has a story, and if we tell our stories, it would help others.
That's my day-to-day aim, is getting up each day and being there for my family and being the best me I can be and looking after myself and using those tools that I have to keep me present, keep me functional, as I'm learning to process feelings and emotions.
If you need support with your mental health, please reach out to Mind BLMK. We are here for you.